Hello, 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 and welcome to another Gabfest. And we are so happy to have you here with us yet again. Today, we are doing things slightly different if you are a new viewer. But if you've been around, you'll know that on the first Friday of every month, and this is how we used to run the Gabfest last year, we would do the trending topics. But before we get into that, my Cocos, can you please introduce yourselves?
Hello. I'm Cleo. Where am I looking? There we go. I'm so excited to be on this side for a change because, this is my good side.
Is that your good side?
Yes,
But the camera's in front of you.
Well, now when I look at you guys...
You're getting the good side all the time.
I don't like when someone sits there because I can never see the person.
Okay, so I'll just we've got this going. Yeah, we've got this going. Don't stress. I'll move a bit back. I'll take a back seat whenever I need to, and then I'll come to the forefront. But we'll all be on the front stage today. So.
I can't read faces like that. But yeah, Anks, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm Anka, and for those who don't know me, and for the rest that knows that I'm still stuck with the furniture one. Yeah, I'm furniture. Yeah.
Everybody's furniture. We are the three hosts.
Okay, so that one's null and void. Yeah. But anyway, that's me.
So, thank you for coming again, ladies.
Wouldn't miss it for the
These
world.
girls are very committed. They're here every single Friday. And Jess is joining us. So if you saw on the poster, Jess, who is our previous co-host, she is now our semi-co-host because she comes in every first Friday.
Actually, she's the special co-host because she comes in as a surprise every once a month. So it's
not a surprise if we know it's the first Friday.
Like when you buy chicken chow mein, right, at certain places, then there's a few pieces of chicken, so you call it chicken surprise. So it's kind of like that. It's just here and there.
Okay.
Learning something new every week.
Every week. But thank you so much for joining us today. I am your host, Evangelique Adams, and we are going to jump into it. The minute Jess comes, I do think, though, the door should be left open. She might be knocking her life away there on that side because that's what happened to me. I couldn't access the building. But thank you so much for joining us, and we are actually just going to jump right into it. So, before we jump into it, Cleo, this is your first Friday, no? The second one. Yeah. Okay. So the first Friday is what's trending. We usually literally have a list of things. What's trending on Twitter, what's trending on...
No, I'm lying.
So it is your first one.
Time with Jess, but the first...
What's trending.
About trending topics,
yeah, so what we usually do is we have whatever on the screen and we discuss that for a while. The way we usually do with Gabfest is just it's not the full hour on one specific topic, and we jump into it and just share our opinions. So today, as you can see, we are so dressed up.
Can I please have a moment for the shoulder pads?
Yeah, we'll show those Gaga pads.
Feeling bougie, really. This is really an outing that's needed.
It's an outing that's needed.
A whole dress-up outing, yeah.
And we have our champagne. It's very hot,
fully kitted.
But it's here.
Oh,
Jess is here. She's here. Hi, Jess.
Oh, guys, sorry, man.
All good.
We've been waiting for you.
You just jump in.
Gala, fashionably late, sorry.
Fashionably late, yes. But so we are starting to jump into it now.
Okay.
Do you want to say hello?
Hello, everybody. hello, Nancy. We're here. We're alive.
You're alive. You drove safely.
I picked up a speeding fine, but
Sorry.
We love the show, guys. It's just been a bit crazy because I don't know. There's some, how do I say? There's some bugs going around. Mm-hmm. So last night I tried to sort them out, fix them. A bit groggy, but I'm sorted.
But you're here.
And I'm here.
Yeah. I just like to say that we as the Gabfest do not endorse speeding tickets, but we're happy to have you here closer to time.
So like I was saying, we're all dressed up today because today we are speaking about the Met Gala, guys. Mm-hmm. And we decided, we have different topics, but our first topic is the Met Gala. Mm-hmm. And I asked the ladies to send through their best looks and their worst looks, right? So we are going to start. Who is first? We are just waiting for the screen to come up and we are going to be looking at the first looks. So I think it's Cleo that's first. This was Cleo's best dressed, right?
Uh-huh.
And why are these your best
Can I
dressed?
just tell you this neon? Ooh.
Who is that? I was trying to
Gwen
figure out.
Stefani.
It's Gwen
Is
Stefani.
it? I've been, do you know, now I zoomed in and I'm like, who is this?
The only reason why I know it's Gwen Stefani is because when I was looking,
Gwen
it had
Stefani
the
looks like that now.
it had the name
She looks
tag.
very
Yeah,
different.
I didn't
Yeah.
know it was her either. Yeah,
Is that makeup or?
yeah, it's the makeup.
She looks
Yeah.
stunning. And I'm like, I love neon. I'm always in black, but I love neon
Yeah.
colors. So this, like, for me was amazing. Can I just say, I don't feel like a lot of people were sticking to the theme.
Okay, please, can someone
What was
explain
the
what the
theme?
theme was?
Fashion
What is?
America?
No,
something?
wasn't
No.
it caps or not or
No,
something?
it was to do with the heroes, like the unsung heroes or iconic figures of the US.
So I
So-
feel like Blake Lively's
Yes.
dress was like
It was the
Safe.
iconic one.
great, but I
Yes.
felt like
It's
because
not
we're
Met
all
Gala.
choosing options, that could be the obvious choice. Like the dress
It
itself
was.
was amazing. Like when you look at the detailing,
So there's a whole story behind the detail.
Yeah. So your ones though, tell us about
so,
your looks.
Yes. So the neon just caused a feeling in my heart.
It spoke to you.
Yes, it called my name. So for me, Erykah Badu, I love her because I feel like she's very eccentric. And
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
she always like, I feel like she's true to herself in that sense. So for me, that was like very on brand for her. So I was like, okay, I love this. And then the third look, first of all, I didn't even recognize Nicki Minaj in that. I saw a name tag at the bottom, so I was like, wow, okay, that looks cool. I haven't seen anything like that before.
I knew it
besides
was a
I knew it was a, yeah.
Kylie's moment with the veil thing.
yeah.
But that I really loved, and I loved how they like brought the jewels.
Yeah.
onto
Yeah,
the shots
she
and then-
when I looked at best makeup, she definitely won best makeup in terms of she did something different. It wasn't your normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, it's black, so.
And yeah,
Can't go
obviously
wrong
for
with
you.
black.
Jess, you have 10 senses about this looks. I must say now, putting
Yeah.
these slides together, right, you can see the style difference so much. Like, I could tell
Right.
who is going to send what, and when it was sent, I was like, this is so on point.
I think for me, Erica's one, I guess it's her, so it suits her. But yeah, it's very eccentric, it's very out there. I do like Gwen Stefani's dress a lot. She looks different though. Her cheeks look like a bit plumpier. So it took a second to be like, hey, that's actually, but it matches her skin tone. It's so nice. And
She
then
looks like Donatella Versace in that picture, though. Like
A
I must,
little,
yeah, I mistake
yeah.
the
I thought she was that Black Widow lady.
Oh, yeah. What's her name? Yeah, moving along. I don't know her name anymore, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, the Austrian girl.
Yeah.
Australia or something there. But
Yeah.
okay, let's move on to the next one. For
I
me,
just wanna
I
say
like
that-
that cap though.
Which
The
cap?
middle
The cap.
picture. No, I really, from
Erica's
this
one.
one, my favorite is
Erica's-
Nikki. But I think I'm biased because I'm such a Nikki fan.
I think Erykah Badu for me just looks like Jimmy Rogwai. So like
Yeah,
it makes
she
you.
does.
Is that you? Jimmy, is that you? So, but it's the whole vibe because Jimmy Rogwai has got the hat thing going. So yeah,
Is
yeah.
he still around?
Huh?
Is he still
No, like I doubt some of our people even know who Jimmy Rogwai is.
I don't know, Jimmy Rogway.
Okay,
Case in point.
as we discussed, waiting for the next one. Okay, Anka sent 3 pictures, but the one picture was
An old one.
an older picture.
I shame, guys. Like, I just want to say, like, we all know that I'm challenged technology. So let's not judge, guys. Let's move on and accept each other like we are. So I did send another. I saw afterwards. I didn't send that, the last one. But anyway,
So this is your 2 that
Yeah.
you sent.
yeah, I absolutely love Normani. What's her name? Normani.
Do you know, I had no
Corday.
idea who that
Yeah,
was.
Corday. Don't ask me what she does. I just know she was at the Met and I like the dress.
And do you know, Nat, there was only one picture of her on the whole internet,
Yes.
and that's the only picture, and it didn't have a name.
Yo.
So
Yeah, and, I got it on Instagram. So when I was scrolling through
I
pictures
don't
and stuff,
know
and then
who
I got it.
that
I
is.
don't know what she does. I just absolutely loved, and yeah, as we can see, I'm a fan of black. And it was the detail of the top and the hat. It just looked so chic for me.
Yeah.
I loved it. Then Kerry Washington, I just think she killed it with that. It was not over the top, but it was chic and classic.
Yeah.
So
I
here's
love the
my
classic
thing.
vibe.
For me, Met Gala is the go fine.
That's your chance to
beyond.
go all out.
Yes.
So for me, some of these looks, I was like, that just looks like a normal banquet. It just looks like a normal red carpet. It does not scream.
Wow. Yeah.
It doesn't scream Met Gala.
I was going with Blake Lively, obviously, because if you go with the theme, she was basically and the why it made so much noise, she was the only one that basically did everything in theme because it was designed with the whole building structure of New York. And
Yeah. She did the
Alicia
most.
Keys' was more.
see, I didn't even see Alicia Keys.
She had the actual
She had
building
the
of New
building
York.
on the
I didn't even see that. Some of the costumes, I just think like, what was the reason? We should have done that a long time ago. You know, and yeah, this is why.
You're going a bit loud there.
Guys, what's the
The
reason?
excitement.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But this looks like Ottomans here for me, I just have to say.
I must be honest, Anka, I don't like either of your choices, but it's a personal reason because it's
personal
not my
reason.
style.
Then yeah, also there was a few other people that really was going like you can see that they had Met Gala in mind, but you were like,
In mind.
what
mind.
was behind the in mind? Like
Yeah.
like there was like bulges here and there. Like okay, never mind. Let's not go there. I was gonna go into Kim Kardashian's outfit, but maybe it's too soon.
If you go, oh, so wait, someone says Cleo's mic is off. Is it right now?
I think it's
or-
right.
Yeah,
Now I can hear myself.
And I can hear you, yes.
Thank
you
you.
so much, Kim, for telling us
Thank
that.
you.
And we can't hear Cleo. Oh, thank you. Everybody's saying we can't hear Cleo. And thank you. Somebody says you ladies look so stunning.
Oh, efforts.
Thank you very much. So, let's move on to the next one, right? So, like I say, you can see everybody's style like distinctly.
different.
Okay.
That was also going to be my obvious.
So
And
this
then I
is
chose-
Jessica's. Can you see?
Oh, I see the building.
She has the actual New York honors. Jess, tell us your reasons.
I didn't see hers, eh?
I think for
That is
me,
stunning though.
I know my style is, I don't know where my style is right now, but I just went with,
Same.
if I look at it, do I like it? And
Okay.
Blake's, the first time I saw it, I thought, okay, I just love how her body sits in the dress, and I think she carries it well.
And
but
then
when
when
I
she
saw the
opened it,
reveal, I
yeah.
said, no, hands down, she takes it for me.
Yeah.
So all-round winner there.
But what information is she getting? Because if you go back to the history, every single dress is the
nailed it.
pattern of the carpet.
Really?
I didn't know that.
So I should have saved the pictures. So last year, the thing was red
I
with
saw
the
that, yeah.
cream, and it
Yeah.
had the flowers. Her dress was red, cream with the flowers. The year before, just go now, look at all her pictures.
She's got
You'll
inside
notice
intel.
every single dress. And I think that's why she sticks out so much, because it complements the background all the time.
Yeah. And I think for me, Blake has this way of, she makes it look like she didn't force it together. It just works.
It just
I don't
happened,
know how
yeah.
she
Yeah.
Can I
does
tell
it.
you, for
She
me-
wears it.
For me,
Yeah.
I did not even worry with her dress. My reaction was how cute her husband was.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
I absolutely love Ryan
guys.
Reynolds, so like I'm a
He
big
was
fan.
so shocked that she could be that beautiful, and I'm like, my guy, you're
How long
always
has he been
looking
married?
so nice.
After all
Like
these
guys,
years.
funk tops. I'm just saying, if there's guys watching, this is how you look
He
at
was
your
literally
wife when
just
you're fighting.
smiling at her 24/7.
And then for me, I loved Alicia's interpretation of the city on her dress, but it didn't look costumey.
Yes.
It looks
That's-
elegant.
yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, that's why I liked the both of them. And then for Chloe, I think I just like the color. She looks absolutely stunning to me. So there's not like a deeper reason for Chloe. But for the other two, I felt like they pulled off a theme elegantly. So that's why I chose them.
With me, with Chloe, the makeup, I don't know, all of them, they just went south with that one because it just aged them. Like, it really aged them. They just,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Coraline. As a kid, I was just traumatized by that movie.
Are you saying she looks like
She
that?
looks like Coraline.
Oh.
She just needs the buttons for the eyes. It's like she's got the... Or even Coco. Remember when they go into the afterlife?
Yes.
because it's, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it does have
it's
that
harsh.
feeling a bit
So
around
with
the
them,
eyes.
is it makeup or is it surgery?
Both.
That's a good question.
It's
Yeah.
both. So they've got the surgery and they've got the makeup that's enhanced the look.
Because with that picture that
Because
she
now she looks like
tried to remove from the internet, where she didn't
She
have,
looked normal.
she looked beautiful. Like I really thought she looked nice in that picture.
So, but here's the thing: it enhances all the things that should be softer.
Yeah.
And now it just looks.
We can
harsh.
move over to the next one while I add my 10 cents. For me, yes, Blake reveal everything. Alicia Keys, if she did not have that cape, she would have just looked like a normal
True.
silver dress, because I was a bit disappointed with the dress underneath. But then also, if the dress underneath wasn't as plain, her
could have
cape
taken
wasn't
away.
going to
Yeah.
stick
The
out
picture I
as
saw
much.
of her was from the front, so I didn't even get to see this
The
moment.
back
back
side,
part.
yeah. And I'm just not into that plain looking outfits for me.
I like the.
I think it has
I don't
like
like the
stuff that
costumey
moves.
vibe.
It
I like
has,
the,
it has
maybe
a
avant-garde.
big black sleeve also. So I went different.
Are we
right?
allowed to choose men?
I also
It's your
wasn't sure if we
favorite
could
look.
choose men.
So I loved the men's looks more than the woman actually.
Me too.
Besides the
agree.
ones that do the tux every year.
Yeah, the tux every year.
There was a guy, Odell Beckham Jr. He had this green, like sort of what Jesse's wearing. Like
Yeah.
I would have chose that if I knew we were allowed to choose men.
So
But this is your style, I
like
feel.
yeah. So like I'm saying, you can see everybody's style in the outfits that they chose. And I really liked that pink suit.
I love it.
The round, I just didn't get a picture with his feet in it.
Because his sneakers also pink.
Yes, everything just looked so good together. I really, really loved that whole pink thing. His vibe on the carpet was also like, I did not know who he was before that, in terms of, I've seen him around.
Who is he? Let's start there.
Yeah, I wanted to ask.
Sebastian something. But he like, the same way with your first person, you have no idea where they come
Like
from.
the style.
But so that really grabbed me.
Yeah.
Then the second one, I have no idea who that is. I still don't know who
I think
it
it's
is.
Jared Leto.
It is.
Yeah.
I think I
it's
saw
Jared
his
Leto.
name.
So different.
I think I saw his
Don't know
name.
who that is.
If it's wrong, somebody can correct us.
Yeah, please.
But I really, really loved that outfit. He did the makeup, he did everything, and to me, this is Met Gala.
Yeah, it's
Met
like very
Gala
avant-garde.
it's an opportunity to dress up. I mean, Chloe dresses up more for her kid's birthday party than what she
But
did
that was also
for...
her first one, huh?
I actually don't know. But, I mean, she dresses up for her first birthday party more than she did for the Met Gala. And then, I forgot this lady's name. But like I say, okay, she went too far. I don't agree with the bag. Her nails, in some pictures, she's doing this. Her nails was like this long.
Sheesh.
But I felt that she
That
brought
dress is so you
a
though.
different aspect in terms of texture. Half of it was like doily, the other half was like matte material, and I just felt like it's something I would definitely wear. And I like the fact that everybody did the caps, because there was a thing where it said cap or not, and I think that's why Kylie and a lot of people actually had caps on, and that's why they put it in their outfits, because I
So they're
saw
being very
a thing
literal
of
about
cap
it.
and cap or not or something like that.
So my question is, do they get told what to wear? Or do they choose the outfits?
choose what
They
they
choose.
They're
But
just
it
given
also
a theme.
depends. They get a theme, and it depends who's your sponsor. Because remember, most of them are not buying these clothes. They give it back afterwards. So if I'm Christian Dior and I want to give you,
So
we
what
have
is
a
on
few
Kylie's dress?
outfits.
But then
and
how did Kim get her hands on that artifact?
I don't
Was it the original Marilyn dress or was it a
I tried
replica
to
of it?
I tried to research it and it looks like it was the original Marilyn dress.
But
And
it
that's
could
why-
be also because of the movie that just came out on Netflix.
Probably, but there was a scandal that ensued because something happened to the dress. So
Uh-oh.
the dress tore down the back.
Oh no, but they're not the same
No,
size.
no, they didn't tear. They opened it up, and then they basically it doesn't look nice. That's why she had that thing going, because she couldn't
So
get
it
the
was the
exact
dress Marilyn.
Yeah. So basically, they altered the dress and they put a nude piece in and they put like strings across it, sort of like
Wow.
attach it. But it just looked like a last lap.
Yeah, but then also if it's something of that iconic, we can change in the meantime while we speak. If it's something that iconic, I would be angry if I'm a Marilyn fan and you cut it for Kim.
You know how much
Yeah.
that dress is worth when you go cut it? No, I'd be livid.
So that was my best dressed, guys. So this was the worst looks. Claire, you didn't send me your worst look.
There were so many.
So we went with this, okay? So Anka chose Kylie.
What was
Courtney
the
for me was
reason?
definitely one of them.
Yes, definitely.
Because what is that
What was the reason?
asymmetrical?
Who's this?
Courtney.
Yeah.
Courtney.
So this is. I found funny, Jess, that you sent this one because she was actually
Yeah.
one of my best
I also like
Really?
her. I also
Someone
like-
said she's wearing
yeah.
a K-way puffer. She mustn't
I
be
was
wearing
like, is it a
I like it.
jacket? Is it a sleeping bag? Like,
So
what's
when
happening?
she came onto the
I
red
absolutely love
carpet,
it.
But it is nice though.
yeah, when she came onto the red carpet, she only had the
she had
suit on, without the cape thingy.
Oh, for me,
Okay.
I didn't send the picture, sorry, but Cara Delevingne had these nipple pasties
Yes,
on,
I
but it
saw
was
that.
done so well.
But she
I mean,
kept
so
doing this
bad.
and all up.
Is it? They didn't blend it nicely,
Just
and
did this. She was literally just doing this the whole time. I was like, is that part of the look? Or did
What's
she did the
happening?
hibbly jibblies or what's going on? If you'd like to comment who you agreeing with, who you're disagreeing with the looks, give us a go. But why did you choose her as the worst? Because she was really one of my
I
best
also like her
dressed.
though.
I think this is where I guess style just differs.
Yeah.
You know, it's like all of our colors are different. What we see is different. To me, I just thought the outfit looks a bit scary to me, and I don't like scary things. And I guess also just it looks like a puffer jacket. It's well interpreted.
And it's
I
long
think-
at the back.
and it's long at the back, but I just felt the thing swallows her body, so it doesn't look elegant to me. So that's why
You know what it looks
was
like
worse for
when
me.
you go into like a lyric theater or something. You know, at the back it's got those drapings.
I really loved it.
I would
love it
wear
though,
that.
too.
I
Okay,
would
you
also
see
wear
it because
that.
it's that like velvety, like.
What, Anka, why did you choose Kylie?
I need to know, like, is that trying to trap the guy to get married? Like, hint,
Yo.
hint. What is it? Like the cap, like
But
it's
see,
just-
that's why I'm saying the cap. I think a lot of people, like you saw Nicki Minaj also forced the cap on.
I get you saying,
Yeah.
but see how Nikki did it. Like it like had an elegant. I didn't like the cap because it's just not me. But you can see how well it works with
yeah,
the
this
outfit.
just looks like she put her boyfriend's cap on because she didn't want to fly
You know,
ways to go.
Yeah, and then she put like a veil over it. Like, try something. There's so many different styles of caps out there. Like, try something. Like, look what Nikki did. She did a whole thing over it, and to give it like that pizzazz kind. That just looks like it's angelas, like
That looks
last
like
minute. Let
My
me
wedding dresses bottom with
Then-
a skipper.
with a skipper. Like it's not chic. It's not avant-garde. It's not even plain chic. It's just sy het net gegooi by die auntie gaan got a dress sewn and then that's
So
what we got. Like
apparently
what was
this
the
dress was like a tribute to Virgil Abloh from Off-White because he passed recently.
Oh yes, I heard that's a
Yeah.
full off-white. The whole outfit is off-white. But don't you think they could have
But-
done it better?
They could have done it better. If it's about the color, then great. You know, we'll give her that. But the rest, like it's not.
I think even if she took the cap off, it wouldn't have looked as bad.
it would have just looked. It would have just looked extremely plain. Like,
But then
what
it
are you
wouldn't
trying to do?
look
A wedding
bridal.
dress? Like,
Okay.
But then it would have just looked like bridal.
Yeah, but what's
it
the cap
does.
doing?
She's giving the whole bridal look because there's a veil
Her
and
hair's
everything.
not even going with the outfits.
That looks like skater girl. Confused.
I just
Avril
feel like
Lavigne.
her
She
style
was a
is so
skater
much
boy,
more
she
than
said,
this.
"See you later, boy." So I chose the whole
The whole family.
Kardashians.
no, really, it is. I agree with you.
I
on
chose the whole
Kardashians.
Kardashians, and I thought it was so funny. I kept telling Ashley, the Kardashians, and I'm gonna tell you what I kept telling Ashley.
Yeah.
But then I saw a meme with my exact words.
I saw a meme too.
And the meme said, "You can see the Kardashians don't have Kanye anymore."
The one I read was that Kanye left with his style.
Because I've been saying it since Kim and Kanye is not together. Her sense of style is bad. She's not a fashion trender anymore. She's
Yeah.
just fitting into everybody else what's in fashion.
Can we just take a moment to just give Kendall her? It's not Kendall, me. I don't know that one.
Yeah.
That's the unknown one for me.
She looks scary to
Can we
me.
take a moment to just give her time also, because who was their makeup artist in general? I need to know.
What are you talking about, the bleach brows?
No,
Everything,
It
like,
just looks...
I need to know, like,
Did you see how dramatic her skirt was?
I love the skirt. I'm not gonna lie, I
The
did
skirt
love the
was
skirt.
nice, yeah.
From all of them, I
But
feel she was the best dressed.
Dressed. They just need the makeup.
agree.
Like, yeah, guys.
I was put off by the whole family's looks because let's be honest, if Kim wasn't wearing Marilyn's dress, what is wow about it? The wow factor is who owned it before. It's nothing about the dress.
Yeah.
I can literally walk into the plaza and find that exact dress.
Look, if
I must say, I
no,
love her with
for real.
blonde hair though.
To me, she just looked like she had a blazer.
I think if the makeup was done better, or if the hair was styled better, it would have looked different. But that sleek back and the tones didn't match.
Yes, I agree. And I think for me, if you were going to redo Marilyn Monroe,
Yes.
go all out.
All
Like, do
out.
the hair.
Or at least
like,
a red lip.
The red lips,
So-
the thick eyebrows. Like, so that's where she missed it.
Yeah, so I think if she did the whole Marilyn Monroe, it would have given her the effect that she wanted. But
I'm
that, I
telling
don't,
you now, her hairstyle number one made it look like she's bald.
I didn't even see that, but now that you said it, I'm like,
When she
okay.
came onto the carpet, I was like, did she shave her hair? Kind of a thing. And then when she turned, I saw it in a bun. But then, like I say, I can walk into the plaza and find that. Looking at this exact picture, doesn't it look like someone getting done and they have their gown on, quickly take a picture?
Yes, I see it.
That's what she looked like to me. But anyway,
I don't know. I think all of them missed the plot. I'm trying to see what the mother tried to go. It's elegant. It's nice for her age. That's
But
like
that hairstyle.
mom of the bride. It's a mom of the bride kind of look. But is it Met Gala? I'm just asking.
she
How
had
do you get
Marilyn's
invited
hairstyle.
to this thing?
You have to be rich and
Famous.
famous.
Yeah. Don't you have to get the
You pay
invite
for
from...
it. But you must be invited first, no?
Remember, it's the Met Gala is basically like a fundraiser for the fashion industry.
Okay.
Yes.
So you
So,
pay for a table.
Can
So
they
the
hear
last
you on
time,
the screen now?
Lewis
On the-
Hamilton, hey?
Okay, so Lee is busy explaining to us what it is. Do you want to jump in? Because Jessie says you can't hear. So it's just silent.
Can use mine.
It's a fundraiser for the fashion
So it's a fundraiser for the fashion industry. So you actually pay for a ticket, a table, and then whoever comes for the table. I was very disappointed in Vanessa Hudgens' outfit. It literally looked like she wore lingerie.
Because I remember Lewis Hamilton paid like a very big amount
Lewis Hamilton paid a very big amount last year for black designers only.
I thought Anna Wintour... excuse my... But I thought Anna Wintour... So they don't invite people or extend the... And then if you come, then you pay.
You do.
Is it like a combination of both?
Yeah.
Ah.
Either way, it's a paid for event.
It's like the rich ladies. You know the sorority, those clubs.
The
where
polo
they have
clubs.
The polo
certain
clubs.
amount of people get invited.
Okay. So we're going to move over to the next topic, right? Which kind of links in with this. So Rihanna got a statue, right,
yes.
at the Met Gala because she didn't actually attend the Met Gala. But they did a whole pregnancy statue for her at
I
the
love that.
entrance of the gala. And it was specifically the outfit she had on to the Vogue cover magazine.
Oh, I thought she was
thing,
naked.
edition. She was naked, but she had it was lace. So the Vogue cover,
Oh.
it's red lace that she's wearing on top of it, right?
Mm.
So this is my question to you guys. This Rihanna's pregnancy, right? They are saying that Rihanna is sparking conversation around beauty standards and how pregnant women are supposed to dress.
What?
So people are saying that they are so happy. Here is Rihanna, an idol, finally showing not to be ashamed about the tummy and exposing the tummy, because why are we hiding the tummy with
but
maternity?
look at her. She's
So-
perfect.
But even so, guys, I always say, you can take anything from a celebrity. Go walk in the glen and see if people
be
is going to
practical,
catch
guys.
you with, if Getty is going to take a picture of you and it make it look that cool. What's your take on this?
You want to go first?
So I just put a few pictures of her outfits that she's been wearing as a pregnant lady. And in
Yeah.
every one, she basically has never covered her tummy.
Yes, I've noticed that. So,
So-
for me, the actual announcement or maternity shoot, whatever that she did with that pink jacket, I love that. That was my favorite. But then I just feel like everywhere...
It's getting too much.
And for me, okay, I don't have kids, but I feel like, in my personal opinion, pregnancy is supposed to be like a very sacred thing. So I feel like if I were pregnant, I would want to protect myself. But by all means, if you have all this confidence, then do your thing. Like, wear your sports bra and...
Yeah.
Break it, girl.
Sorry,
Break
guys.
it. So, Jess, what do you think about this whole everybody saying finally? Because I'm not gonna lie, my Instagram of young pregnant girls at the moment, this is
Is
literally
this-
what they're wearing on a normal day to day, and to me it just doesn't look good. It
Yeah.
doesn't look like Rihanna.
Yeah. I think that as much as parents will decide how they raise their children, I think that moms should decide what's best for them. I've never been pregnant before, so it's not an experience that I share or can relate to, but just the culture of pregnancy, I think a woman should be allowed to do what she wants to do. I mean, I saw memes where people were like, Rihanna's baby's getting cold. You know?
Yeah. That's literally rolling in my mind.
Yeah, but
Like,
being
how do
pregnant
you
though,
know?
you actually get such heavy stomach cramps when it's cold.
I think for me, I like what she's doing in terms of destigmatizing the female body. There's so much stigma about, everything about a woman. So if she wants to celebrate it this way, it's fine. As long as her baby is healthy, the baby comes out on the day,
On the day.
Having been pregnant myself twice, all I see in those pictures is discomfort, uncomfort, is net nie lekker nie, especially in winter. Really, like it's a beautiful experience. Let's not take that away, but it is also an uncomfortable experience. So I think when it comes to maternity wear, I'm not saying you should look like a auntie or a omaki or whatever, but I'm saying be comfortable. Dress what's comfortable for you, and if you want to be a fashionista, then do that. But I agree with Vanj in the sense that, guys, those people, they are idolized, right? And they have paparazzi and people and around them, and that's their thing. But we here at the bottom of the food chain, let's be practical for our demographics, and also, is it, Miss Mark, what is Miss Mark? Sorry, my English airtime is just failing me today.
I have no idea what Miss Mark is in English.
we shouldn't make ourselves a spectacle, and I'm not saying that in a demeaning way or whatever. I'm saying there are certain things that are elegant. So let's go, for instance, this is just my personal opinion. We started with these shoots where it is just the bra and the whole, what's it called? So there's a time and a place for that, for the whole organza chiffon tulle vibe, and it looks so elegant.
In a photo shoot.
Yes, right? Because I wouldn't be walking. I wanted one like that. I'm not gonna lie. I did want that because it was starting to trend when I was pregnant with my first baby. And then there's the one in the bath where everything, like half your stuff is showing, but your titbits are just
under the
just
mold.
a little bit.
just under.
Just
And
next
it
the
is
mold.
elegant. So I'm saying that there are sometimes, like you said, that first one, it was a pregnancy shoot. So there was a goal there. Then the lingerie one, I'm taking that is to boost her lingerie sales. And
I
like
also thought that
advertising.
because she just launched something
Yeah.
at that specific time when she wore that outfit.
That I wouldn't even wear if I'm not pregnant. Do you get what I'm saying?
in the street.
Yeah, I just wouldn't wear it in the street if I'm not pregnant. So what I'm saying for, practicality side and comfort, guys, I know that we want to do things for fashion, but you're the suffer for beauty. I'm just saying, it's not for me. Like, comfort
Hey,
is
but
a
some
thing.
people just have that flair when it comes to clothing.
They do
and
have
if that's
that
your
flair.
personal style and you can pull it off,
But here's my thing, right? Like I said now, I see it on social media, right? I am noticing that people who is always covered, but because, it's like a fashion statement
Yeah.
when certain things happen, and I stick to if a celebrity does it, it doesn't pull off the same in every day. How many times now, the Brahm look, in Joburg we call it the Brahm look. There's a specific Brahm look.
what's
Yeah.
the Brahm look?
The
The
Brahm
camo
look.
jacket, crop top,
There's
pants.
just a certain look,
Yeah.
the big pants,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
tackies, there's a Brahm look. With
Yeah.
guys, it's the
The couple
the
Oh, the
F
beanie that's
boy
like
beanie
folded.
and all those
okay.
things. So you already know that's a Brahm look, right? If other people wear it, automatically you say that's a Brahm boy, that's a Brahm girl. In their Instagram pictures, it could look amazing. But have you actually ever walked past somebody wearing that baggy clothes?
sorry.
It just looks untidy. It does not look like the Instagram photo at all. I'm comparing it to that, saying, this is Rihanna, guys. We don't follow trends. Like I say, we don't buy Fenty Beauty because we think it's good makeup. We buy it because it's owned by Rihanna. And this is another thing that I'm saying with pregnancy. Okay, whatever, like you say, You have your own to-dos with, it's your body, it's whatnot. But we can appreciate our bodies without trying this in the street. Because, to be honest, when it comes to pregnancy, right, when Cassie or somebody, when a lot of people fall pregnant in the famous sphere, like Chris Brown, for example, girls that always fall pregnant. How much of your social media automatically falls pregnant for Instagram posts? Because they like the look, because you will see people post the specific famous people that's pregnant at the moment. Tomorrow they do the exact same photo shoot. And to me, it seems like it's a trend to stay up with what's...
Yeah, I do agree. And there is a surge in people just falling pregnant because they want to form part of the trend. You know what the sad reality is, guys? It's not something that goes away. You know, when there's a fashion trend and it just goes away, that means that clothes you just either give away, let it go. A baby, you can't.
A baby's not a trend.
It's not a trend. Your baby.
And that's for life, not when they're 18, 21.
It's for life, you know. And there's young girls following these trends. Like, people really don't think further than the social media sphere. Can I just bring in the comments real quick? We've got Joan Hendricks. I like the style, the lady style on the show. Then we have Lucinda Boyson, who says, I don't think it's socially acceptable if you are not a celebrity. For me personally, clothing your belly is protecting your baby.
And then there's one more saying. She says again, you can be fashionable without exposing your belly. Here's my issue. I'm not taking away with what you said. If you're a woman, do this, do that. Here's my issue. Why is standing up for the rights of women, standing up for the rights of our body, why does it equal to naked? Because when you have bigger people that post a full-on naked picture and it says self-love, how does self-love, how is that? That's like a girl posting, you know those girls, there was a time when you post this picture and then you put Proverbs 31.
Yeah.
To me, it reads the same.
Yeah.
My question is this, right? There was a time when, what was that movie, Hidden Figures? Of the American ladies who were, you
astronaut
know,
ladies.
they worked for NASA and whatnot, and those were considered female empowerment. Those were like women's rights. Those were like, this is what empowering means. Even for the ladies who fought for women's rights here in South Africa, who was Rahima Musa being one, I think. Sorry guys, I'm not from South Africa. I'm not clued up. But anyway, you know, but now we're at a narrative where being naked, what was the other song of, what was it, WAP? They were saying,
wow,
that was women's empowerment.
And it's
like, how do we
screwed.
equate the two? So yeah, I agree with you on that
For me,
one.
I would say this is Rihanna, right? Yes, she is showing a side. We know this is Rihanna.
Yeah.
It's her vibe, it's her style. But we need to also remember she is famous. She's a celebrity. My other thing is, when I do feel empowerment can be used differently when it comes to celebrities. Look at the rape cases rising, right? I am not saying, we are fighting, saying the way I dress, my short skirt doesn't give you the right to rape me. But let's not publicize the whole fact that now let's walk in the street naked and show you can't touch me. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And you know what my problem is with that? Because they're saying, yeah, you know, what women wear shouldn't determine, you know, what the rapist will do. But here's the matter of the fact. What we as a society do is we blanket everything, we comb everything, but they under one comb, right? The reality of the matter is that there is a sector that a small percentage that is affected by what women wear, as much as there is a percentage that's not. So let's not increase. Why are we increasing to these things by walking naked like that? And I do know that there's a lot of men that find pregnant women sexy, whether they're married or not.
Yeah.
Like, it's the weirdest thing, and it's a reality.
But on the issue of nakedness, let me ask this question. So if she weren't pregnant and she were wearing a crop top, she's fine. But then she's naked because she's pregnant and she's showing her baby.
That is a good question.
So I come to the issue of, ooh, guys, you know.
No, I can answer you already.
Yeah,
Here's the difference. When you're just wearing a crop top and you're skinny, it looks appealing to the eye because it's now a fashion thingy, right?
Yeah.
And that is normal what is being sold in the shop for whether you're small, medium, large, whatever.
Yeah.
This is my issue when we want to, it's the exact same like I always say the Bible, but Jesus turned water into wine. It's a matter of there is still some things that should just stay the way God intended it to be.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Look, I get what you're saying in terms of modesty, in terms of principles, in terms of that. If
Yes.
that's where you're going. However, I think where Jess is going with this, let's just say like, and guys,
I get what Jesse's saying.
no, I'm just want to bring
What
my.
is Jason?
No, wait.
What is Jess
Wait,
saying?
What is
I want
Jess
to bring my
She's
point
saying,
in.
why is it right if she was skinny wearing a crop top? Why is that acceptable?
yeah, why
but
not-
now because there's a bump, why are we finding
can
it?
can I just add something to that? In the sense that I agree that the belly should not be shown. That's my stance. However, what if I have a fupa, right? So, right?
What is a fupa?
I'm assuming it's someone with a
is-
big tummy.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole patch, right? So it's like, and I want to
A wine
wear,
pack.
like just a big one,
Yeah.
right? And I want to wear my crop top. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what would make that different?
But still, you comfortable in that. But when you walk past people, how many people is saying,
But we're saying the pregnant woman that wears the the exposed belly is also comfortable. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like on the same scale. So I see where you're coming from. However, there's a lot more. Like everything can be done, but is everything good for you?
it's not?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I think let me be clear on what I think what I'm saying. I don't have a stance on the Rihanna belly gate. They always add gate to a scandal or something.
Yeah.
I think for me, maybe I'm just different in the sense that I feel like pregnancy is a sacred thing. And I think for me, seeing her belly for me is a beautiful thing. And I really like it. And I know that's not a popular opinion, but I actually like seeing her belly. I like seeing how proud she is
it the
of her
skin?
baby.
So are you saying if I'm wearing a skipper, I'm not proud of being pregnant?
No, that's not what I'm
that's
saying.
each to their own because
think
Yeah, but
it's-
that's
I
what
think
I'm
it's
saying.
in
It's the
each-
same.
For me, I think it's just an each to their own. If to you sacredness is to cover, then let it cover the belly. I'm not speaking about other forms of nakedness. And to me, if showing it is the pride that you want, it's a belly, it's a button, it's a baby. And to me, I like seeing
So
it. So
I
don't know.
think for me it's the question between lingerie and swimwear, right? So we had an experience. We went to Cape Town and whatnot because a lot of people say, "Oh, it's the same thing. It's the same thing." No, guys, it's not the same thing, right? But a bikini you will wear at the beach, by the pool, or whatever. But you won't go with a bikini into the mall. You won't go. Do you get what I'm saying? Now we were on the beach and there was literally ladies walking around with lingerie, like on the beach with lingerie, and the way it was so inappropriate because you knew that guys, there is a difference for like social etiquette and all of that kind of stuff. I think it's the same thing when it comes to showing your belly. I think you'll show your belly when you're at the beach.
When you were at the doctor laying there.
I just think there's just certain things that is socially, there is an etiquette for something. It's like scratching in your nose or picking in your nose. It's just, you're not going to change that ever. That's not female empowerment. You stick to your bathroom, wash your hands, you clean out your nose with toilet paper in your bathroom, but you're not going to do it in public. I think it's the principle remains the same.
I
It's
stick
etiquette.
with
Being quiet.
Lucinda, who says
I'm just listening.
celebrity fashion or whatever is not socially acceptable in your normal everyday life. But as a celebrity, wow, it's beautiful. I can make you my wallpaper. But clap.
But also, as normal people, where are we going with that?
Sorry.
To Checkers.
Yeah. I would understand if you're pregnant and you don't want to miss. You already bought your Coachella tickets and you want to go enjoy the vibe and that's the dress code. Go with it.
Hey, but maybe one day when I have babies, I'll also be there. Well, I'll come to Gabfest with my
You can do that,
top.
girl.
Yeah.
She said, I like this comment because this was me and still is me. She says that, Lucinda Boyson says again, that you can be fashionable. You already read that down, sorry. I feel more confident in bodycon when I'm pregnant than when I'm not pregnant because then I have an excuse for my belly. So for me, that's why I asked, like, is it about the skin, exposing the skin? Because I only wore bodycon
Lee, can we
dresses.
get ready to change to the next one, please?
I only wore bodycon dresses, so
Yeah. Claire, you're not saying anything about the thing.
I wanted to say one more thing. From what I've heard is that women say when you're pregnant, for the most part, that's when you feel sexiest.
You do. I'm not gonna lie. Like even my husband told me, like you just should stay pregnant, but you feel sexy. You just you can
And you
strut in
do you feel
anything.
powerful?
I
You
didn't
do,
feel
you do.
sexy.
I did.
I had
In
a
fact-
belly, but because I was used to a size 26 and a 28, I felt unsexy because then I started getting the whole bumps and lumps, and I felt most unsexy after giving birth because I never got my body back.
I
So I think it's different for
it's
everybody.
it is really different. But I felt like I'm on top of the world. I'm like, I should be pregnant next year again.
Okay.
Just for that.
Uncle's been hinting on every show.
Hey.
Guys,
Okay,
it's
guys,
it's no secret.
So next up, we're speaking about the Amber trial. Sorry, guys, I'm not being rude. It's just that if we talk too
Yeah,
much
our
about
time.
the topic, we're never ever gonna get anywhere. And last week, that's what happened. So Amber takes the stand this week, right? And we've been hearing Johnny's side of the story and everything. And what is your guys' thoughts about what's happening right now that she's on stand? Or are you not following? What's up?
Can I just say, I saw a
Please
TikTok
just say.
where they were saying that every line that she is mentioning is coming from scripts of different movies.
We believe that. I can believe that. Her acting is so on point. Her poses is in
Yeah,
the right
she
place.
has the-
She's just brilliant.
She's very theatrical.
She's a brilliant. I wouldn't say
She's
she's a
not an
brilliant
actor.
actress.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any
she's-
movies with her, to be honest.
You maybe
But I
have,
saw
you
this-
just didn't
You didn't know
realize
it's
it.
her.
Maybe. I saw this, I think it was like a couple million in a petition for her to come, or for them to remove her from Aquaman.
Yeah,
Since
and Johnny
this whole
Depp got her
thing.
that job on Aquaman. Anyway.
I'm just
Jess?
saying.
Sorry.
I
Are you not following it? What's your thoughts?
I've been following it lightly, not like intense, like state capture. But I think,
Trust
state
Jess to
capture,
be
I'm
by
like
the
there.
politics.
But what I find interesting here is a matter of he said, she said. They're both actors. They're both in
It
court.
makes it so difficult.
How
eh?
many times have we watched like legal shows where people are acting because it's a film, but now these are actors in court, and it's not make believe lawyers, now it's real lawyers, it's a real judge. So it's just been interesting, I think, watching the two accounts. I'm not sure where I stand on this because I don't know who's telling the truth and who's lying, because the only people who will know what happened in their marriage is the two of them. He says she lied, and then she's been accused of lying a lot, I know. But it's tricky. It's tricky for me. I'm not sure where I stand on this case.
I think that's the cornerstone to this. Like she's lied one too many times because when he outs himself, like
It's what?
he says, "Yes, I did do
What's
the."
the
He
story
says,
of the guy that calls wolf? And then when the wolf actually comes...
"Yeah, the boy that calls wolf. Yeah, that's what it's called."
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then the wolf actually. I think it really is that. I think from just the crit from the acting perspective. I think she should really push herself towards the tears. I think it would add to her case.
wow.
You know why?
Cry on the scene.
No,
No, she cries, but there's no tears ever.
Like it just looks so like, guys, this is so corny. How are the jurors sitting there and they are not laughing at this whole spectacle? Because what's happening is didn't you guys get that little clip here that we were watching earlier where she was crying and she was bawling and she's doing this with the tissue, but there's nothing, no snot, no nothing to add to the realness of
And
the
isn't
thing.
it interesting how, as a bystander, even though you're not in the situation and we weren't there in their marriage, we don't know what happened, but that whole issue of authenticity and does a person really look like they're telling the truth or not? Do they look like it touches
Yeah,
them?
I've been doing that. I've been the psychologist watching this.
like,
What do you call emotional psychology?
like for example, the whole issue with the Senzo Mayua trial and people super analyzing Kelly Kumalo's reaction. So I'm not comparing the two cases. I'm just speaking about the display of what seems authentic in a human face and what doesn't. It's quite interesting.
It's interesting. The other thing is this. I think that a lot of people he looks unemotional, or she's too emotional. The reality of the matter is there is also the element of people that are different. They just react differently to different. Some people in a very stressful situation, they just switch off. They don't react. There's no emotions. They just going around but they just look like normal. Then there's other people that have not post-traumatic stress, but they react maybe 10 days afterwards because now the reality, they're detached. So I think that does make it difficult. However, I will say this, there's always two sides to the story.
But also, this was 2016. So they're talking about old
very
things.
detailed. Very
And
detailed.
how, guys, I don't even remember what happened last week.
That's what I'm saying.
How-
She knows what color t-shirt she had in her bag when she moved to LA. It's so unnecessary to
What
know.
were you wearing in 2016?
What were you wearing at last week's
know.
show? Guys, I don't even know what I had on last week Friday.
Like, I mean, seriously. Like,
But I feel like when it comes to the general public, she's already lost in their eyes because people have been watching her from where she was sitting before she even came onto the stand.
what
And
do
I
you guys think about them saying that she's mimicking all his outfits?
oh, I didn't hear that.
I heard that. I think that's interesting.
And I've noticed that if Johnny Depp does actually have a blue shirt on the day before, a blue stripe shirt, she has a suit on as well with blue stripes, but not the tie. It's
Oh, it's like a
she
subtle-
it's
also heard-
like she watched Tinder. What's the woman Tinder swindler? You know how
I
she went
remember.
all out
Oh,
with
and,
It's like she watched that and she's trying to do that.
I think I mentioned it on one of the other shows where they said that with every court appearance, she wears like less and less makeup as a psychology to like put across that she's the victim.
Yeah.
And she's tired and
distraught
sad
and-
Yeah.
and distraught.
But also, you should remember that her lawyers are coaching her to that. So, and in court cases, the emotions are really, really a big thing because you've got to impress the jurors, you've got to impress a lot of people. So they're going to milk whatever they have, and clearly she's got the whole emotional thing. You know, she's got that going to sort of like make it, but when you look at Johnny, I don't know. I must say I am biased because I'm a huge Johnny Depp fan.
Same.
Not negating that he does have issues because there were reports of him, you know, being not abusive, but maybe a bit violent, you know, like throwing stuff around, but not to hitting someone or whatever. Obviously because of his drug use and his excessive drinking and stuff. He's human. You're not gonna throw the baby out with the bathwater. Yes, guys, I should say that again. But I am biased in that sense. So you sitting there and you see the different actors. I've seen tons of Johnny Depp movies, and he just looks the same.
Yeah, he
That's
says
his
he
character.
creates all his characters and writes his own script also for it.
Wow.
It's who he is.
He
The only
changes it.
eccentric ones would have been the Scissorhands, Alice in Wonderland, Willy Wonka. But if you go look at his
Tim
other
Burton.
things, you know, if you look at his other things, The Tourist, even Jack Sparrow, that one, the mannerisms and everything, it's Johnny Depp. The character is the person. So you don't really find, for me personally, I don't see deception to that extent because he says yes. He admits, like, yeah, I did do the
So
drugs. Yeah, I did do
Lucinda
this.
says she can't recall, then she's so detailed in a story in the same moment she wants an Oscar. And I feel the same way because many a times when they do ask a question, she always says, I'm not a mathematician, how must I remember? But then when she speaks about the rug, she knows it's blue, she knows it's dirty. Like I explained, when she speaks about when she came to LA, she can mention the two color of the tops in her bag. She can mention so many other detailed things. But when they ask, in what year did you? She goes, I'm not a mathematician, how must I remember? And I also found that really weird. I must say though, God, please do forgive me if in somewhat she is like hurting in some way for real. But from what we see, like we say, we don't really know what happened in the marriage. But from the evidence that's come forward this far, she's dug her own grave because everything, whether it's voice recording or video recording, she can't prove because she tried recording herself having a fight with Johnny. He hits every form of furniture in the house. He breaks glasses, but not once does he attack her. And that's with all the videos she has. And then when she does record, she does the whole, no, Johnny, don't hurt yourself. And that also played against her because then court saw it as she's setting up the moment because she's staying calm because she knows she's recording. And Johnny, don't hurt yourself. Please don't do that to yourself. She keeps doing that, and that's also playing against them. For me, I would say Johnny really he cries every second he gets when she just walks past.
I think he genuinely loves her because
He said he does
he
love
genuinely
her.
loves
He
her, I
still
do.
loves her and everything. So
however, I do think I think there is a psychological aspect there. I do think
Somebody
that's a
also
problem there.
said that his mom used to abuse him when he was a child. So, like we had or spoke about in one of our other episodes, that we are attracted to things that
same,
mirror our
yeah.
childhood. So
So
I-
we
it
only
kinda
look at
makes
that as
sense.
from a man's perspective. When we women choose bad boyfriends, we always say they were abused at home by their father, so obviously they'll choose that kind of guy. But we never think about it the other way around.
But they always say men marry their mothers.
That's
yeah,
true.
they do say that.
That's true.
Which is Lucinda's keeping us very busy today with our Oscars.
Thanks, Lucy.
But yeah, let's carry on watching. We still have. We're
I
going to
can't,
see
guys.
more.
I can't watch this because sorry, they just speak incredibly slow.
Yeah.
And you know
I
what's
enjoy it. I put it on in the morning and I just go for it. And then with that half an hour, I do because I'm working in between. But because it's English, you can just listen in the background. You don't really need to see. But when there is visuals, I really like that vaping guy.
That guy, he just says he doesn't know or he doesn't remember for everything.
Yeah, but okay, on to the next one, right? So Dave
to the
Chappelle
next.
had a comedy show, and Chris Rock happened to be there. And at this comedy show, if you don't know, somebody ran onto the stage and gave Dave a slap or two, and Chris Rock then walked onto the stage and said, "Was that Will Smith?"
well timed.
What's your thoughts?
Yo, guys, I don't know. Has anyone watched where Trevor Noah was doing the comedy set for the World Press Freedom Day thing with Joe
Maybe
Biden?
I saw the meme, but I didn't know what it was for. What happened?
So it was it was basically a large dinner with all the media owners and journalists in the country. They were celebrating press freedom, and what's his name? Trevor Noah was doing the comedy section, and the room felt so stiff. And he said there, "Guys, I'm a comedian. It's hard to be a comedian these days. Can everyone just please take a joke, you know?" Even when he said that, no one laughed. And I thought to myself, me and my husband, we discuss this all the time, is how difficult is it to be a comedian these days?
'Cause
There's
everything is sensitive.
Everything you touch is a studio. Everything you mention is a something. It's very difficult. I think we're just in an era where it's difficult for people to find humor in themselves or in anyone making fun of you. Also, it raises a whole lot of questions as to should comedians look into their jokes? Which jokes tend to
Then it's no
offend
more a
people the
joke.
most? So me and Togozani discuss this all the time, and it's so tricky because it's like, are we just becoming overly sensitive? And I worry for comedians because when serious things happen, they make us all, they take the edge off.
Yeah.
But now we're all on edge and you don't know who's going to get clapped today, clapped tomorrow, left and right. It's a tricky one, this thing.
I saw something that said, based on what you were saying, where they were saying the difference that comedians need to learn. But I have no idea how they're going to do that. They need to know the difference between a joke and a roast. I don't know how they're going to know that, but
Trevor
somebody
mentioned
brought
that
that
in
up.
the thing as well, yeah. The whole
So
thing
then
about,
maybe
yeah.
that's where I heard it. I don't know.
I don't know,
Maybe.
like even, and I know we're done with the Will Smith thing, but if you have to go look back, if you have to go look back when Chris Rock said it, and then some people did come out and ask, but how was it offensive? Like, how was his joke? Because if you go look at G.I. Jane, she was like the strong figure in this movie. She's like the hero of the movie. So, like where's the offense, right? Given everyone has their own opinion, but we do live in an age of cancel culture. Like,
Yeah.
it's just what it is. Guys, that's a comedian's work. And how many comedy shows have you not gone to? It's always like you
The
never
front row.
choose the front row.
Don't sit in the front.
Because everyone knows
Don't.
it's just the front line is just in the line of fire. But you go there because you've got a sense of humor. You're like, yo, this guy's funny, you know, I'm going to
Yeah.
go. But what are you doing at a show or something if you don't have it?
sense
And they
of
always say
humor.
that we need to learn to laugh at ourselves.
But you see, every comedian has a story. Every comedian has either gone through abuse or had a struggle or gone through depression or something. Like if you even he was bullied at school, Chris Rock, you know, Tiffany Haddish. She had a hectic life, but they find the humor to deal with their issues, right? And you know, sometimes it does get personal, but a lot of the times it's not a roast in attacking you, but you know you're coming to this person's show and you're gonna get a few jokes and there might be a few because you've seen Dave Chappelle, you've seen, you know, and he speaks about everyone. Comedians speak about everyone. They don't just pinpoint one person. Let's take Trevor Noah, for example. If you go to, there's Indians, there's colors, there's everyone's in there. It's not just, no, we'll just double down on this one.
And I think that's where it comes with you as a celebrity or you as somebody that wants to be a game changer, where you have to have thick skin.
Yeah.
Because in order for you to be the game changer, there's always going to be people that press against you. And with comedy as well, you target people that's relevant to everybody, because I can't be speaking about my cousin. You're not going to find it funny if I'm busy joking about my cousin. You're going to be, yeah, so we don't actually know what his hairstyle looks like, so
Yeah.
So if you are somebody that is a celebrity or somebody that is making moves, you must also be able to gain you do have money if you're doing that. Well, sometimes, but if you're on that field like Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, and that if they teasing you, you have money kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is you have the money for therapy.
Maybe it's just the time now, and it's sad to say it. I mean, sometimes there are, pastors who, I'm not saying that, hey, I don't want to get into that debate, but if it's a pastor or if it's a celebrity on stage doing a concert, there's always security in front. And I think comedians, unfortunately, now have gotten to this point where they might have to have security in the front because you just don't know how people are going to react.
And they're actually blaming that on Will Smith. They're saying since Will Smith they're blaming this whole situation on Will Smith. They're saying if Will Smith hasn't opened doors to walk onto a stage while someone's speaking and slapping, nobody else would feel it. I'm sure it's happened many a times, but now somebody with such...
You know what, that's arguable. I personally feel Americans are... okay, that's controversial to say on this platform, but I just think that they generally have...
Please speak about me.
A segue, yeah. They generally have a bikkie van Draaitjies wat touch because how many public shootings are there not? School shootings are there not? How many public incidents are there not? And then it's a random person that just decided that he's got some sort of hate or depression, and then 8 people should die. Do you get what I'm saying? So why are we saying this is Will Smith when it's a general occurrence in America?
Yeah.
Like it's normal.
For me though, I feel like America always wants to be on top of the news, and not in an ugly way. What's the first black lady something in America? The lady that will now run for president or something.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
No.
Not Kamala Harris.
The other one.
Yeah, it's not
Lee, what is that lady, the first black lady?
Isn't she the vice president now?
Vice president or something, yeah.
The American.
This is the vice president.
No, who's the one that just came out now?
Kamala Harris.
No, man. There was news like 3 weeks ago when the whole war started between...
Maybe the
If you say the name, I'll know.
judge.
What's her name?
Oh, oh, I know who you're talking about. Isn't she the supreme...
Supreme something.
The supreme... Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Woman.
Yes.
Actually, not black. Woman.
Yes.
In it. But what I'm trying to say is...
She's the highest judge in the land now, hey.
I feel like America does certain things to gain attention when it comes to the world is speaking about something else. Let's come back to us. You'll notice when something else is happening in the world, America always makes big changes. First black president, first woman this, first. So you never know, do they actually mean it? Are they really supportive to the person? Or is it just come guys, we over here, come look what we're doing?
I think because if we're honest, America is like...
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yes.
They... How do I say this? They're like the top continent in the world. Everyone always looks at America as like, oh, this great place, we have to be like them. Even when you find like British singers, how many of them sing in American accents?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
So I feel like when there's other things happening in the world, they're doing a lot of shady things.
But I just feel like
And
they
they're
like the
trying to distract.
Kardashians. That's where the Kardashians
Are you saying
get...
America?
America is the Kardashian
America is the
family.
Kardashians of the world.
They are the Kardashians of the world. Because really, there must always be some scandal that ensues to get them back into the limelight. What do the Kardashians do? Ding, 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 ding. So I'm just saying.
Leave it and move on while she's talking. Sorry. But the truth, so I just...
But yes, Cleo, sorry.
Okay, so the next story is the whole Blac Chyna versus the Kardashians. So
Just
remember
starting.
they sued her. Do you maybe want to say why you think it's disturbing and the Kardashians won the case?
Because they won the case. And what I'm saying is there were so many accusations that flew around, and Blac Chyna, I feel like she was being bullied, and she's got less to lose. And the reason why it's disturbing to me is that we did cover the Kardashians on a few shows back, where if you have to look at the history of the men or anyone who gets involved, they just gets unfriended by them because someone did something that they didn't like or didn't fit into their plans or into their schedule. Then they become extremely nasty, and they basically try to ruin that person's career or reputation. And it's such a trend that's happening now. And I really think Rob has some psychological issues. I don't know if the issues in the house is sort of like it needs to find a release. But if you hear how tumultuous the relationship was and the funny things he did to her, I'm not saying she's innocent. I'm not saying there's always two sides to the story, but the shady things he did, I mean, he used her phone, threatened someone that they're going to go kill someone, he's a Mexican and whatnot, and she was investigated by the FBI.
For it.
Like, how is that? Imagine the person you love does that to you. Like, how is this love? It's toxic. And what happened was they had so many accusations, but in court, now they were like, oh, you know what? It might have not been that, but she did have something in her hand, and then she put it down. So initially they'll say, oh no, she had a bat in her hand, for instance. She had a bat in her hand. And then when cross-questioned about, like, it might have not been a bat. I don't think it was plastic. I don't think it was like that hard, but it really was. It was something that was in her hand.
Like they're
and
downplaying it.
They're downplaying everything they said. And also there is rumor that the judges were bought, because there was so much evidence for this defamation, because they sent emails for the show that she's running, Rob and
Blac Chyna.
Yeah, they sent emails to say that if you don't cancel that show, we're not going to work with you. How is that not interfering with her future? How is that not interfering with her career?
Yeah, they are the reason why I think just ended midway.
Yeah, it's so disturbing. And he as Rob says, he loves her. He had a whole video out of how he loves her. And in court, he's like, oh no, I don't know who this woman is. Like, he just completely denies her. So the psychological aspect, and if you have to look at all the men in the Kardashians, like, hi Shane, they just get the short end of the stick.
But I honestly feel like they do play, as sisters, they are very toxic. You know when you watch movies and you're like, oh, I feel sorry for that guy. Is he going to meet someone? Look at his sisters. Because the sisters want to say who you must date, how they must do this. And like, you know, with the Kardashians, everybody that they also date, they form into the Kardashians' lifestyle. They don't have their own lifestyle. And the minute, like with Kanye, he lives his own life and he didn't fit as a Kardashian. Yes. He fit as a West. Keep in mind, they knew his power because all other 4 marriages, Kim has never changed her surname. The minute it was Kanye, she added West because his name carried so much power and so much weight, So I would say when I watched the Kardashians, like the first season, second season, and I was done. But even in that, you see how the bully mentality they have towards the brother. If you don't do this, you can't stay with me.
Yeah.
So he had to go from sister to sister because the sister wanted him to do this and he can't do that. And that was what happened with the whole Blac Chyna thing. For me, I was disturbed with the fact that everybody was involved. The minute the case was supposed to start, the judge automatically ruled Kim doesn't have to be a part of it.
They went to the Met Gala when it was finalized. So they weren't even in court.
For me, there's a level of, guys, I understand you are big, and a lot of people say, yeah, but they're big for a reason and they're powerful. I know they are working for it, but there's some certain things that's just morally wrong.
Yeah, and I think it comes back down to where, you know, as a family and you have siblings, your whole life you'll grow up together and everything is about the collective. But now when people start getting married and people have other partners and all of that, it's important that that relationship or that thing stands on its own. If your brothers and your sisters can interfere in what's happening between two people, I mean, I remember with Lamar Odom, I mean, Lamar's done things that are not great, but he had his own problems. Who's the other one?
But see how
who am
you
I
meant.
forgetting?
See how
They all
Scott.
no, but what I'm saying is it's not good for external family members to all get involved in things that happen between two people. And it seems like with the Kardashians, it's something that's a trend in their family. I didn't like the fact that they all canceled Kanye. You know, because Kanye is the father of the
fact that
very
he
children.
wasn't even invited to his own child's birthday party.
I think that, to me, that is toxic, because it means then you're not supposed, when two people get married or start a life together, it should be your decisions. Even if you guys disagree or bad things happen, you can't just have brothers and sisters dictating to other. And I find that to be a trend with the Kardashians
Like
a lot.
they say, don't let your family ruin your family.
But here's the other thing, though. Rob
Nice
also needs to know how to stand on his own feet, because if you don't want your family to add in their 10 cents, then don't take their 10 cents and go buy yourself a car. Don't take their 10 cents and go do shopping with their money. And because there is a limit, Rob didn't want to finish anything, right? So I feel that if you also get, this family is strong already as women. They tell the men where to jump. So if you also taking from their finances, we were speaking about if women own more, how they become a bully in their marriage. I feel like that also happened. Besides the social stuff, it also plays a role in why they think they can tell him, because he doesn't have an income of his own.
But he's the spoiled child. He
is the spoiled
He's the spoiled child. So what happens is that when they say jump, he must do it to their tune. So if he wants something, now he went against the family when he went with Blac Chyna and whatnot, and he had a big argument there. But now it's not sitting well there. Now he needs to go back. Now he needs to play to their fiddle. Now it's a matter of, if you don't do it like this, we're going to cut you off here. What? They did it when he wanted to launch his underwear or his sock brand or whatever.
Yeah.
They did the same thing. So what I'm saying is they're extremely controlling, and they want to control the situation. The sad reality is that anyone who crosses paths with him, if it doesn't fit into their narrative, they're that entitled girlfriend, basically, if I can put it that way. It needs to be done my way. If it's not done my way, then the highway. They've got that thing going.
They do.
And the reality of the matter, there's so much collateral damage along the way. Because the reality is that Blac Chyna is the mother of Rob's child. So, hello, at least give her that and then move on with your life. And he's extremely toxic. I mean, she's spoiled him quite a few times. She's, tried to be sweet. And then the very next day, then he blames her of cheating, and then they have this big fight. And so, are you used to being
Israel
abused?
Houghton's wife was also like, I'm out.
Like,
Is it?
What's her name?
Adrian.
Adrian. Remember they were dating?
Oh, yes.
And everything, they were living together and
Yes.
everything. And then she was like, I'm out. This is not for me.
Phew,
I'm not
that's
here to mummy anybody.
Long ago. I
But
remember,
see,
yeah.
it's a pattern of how
Yeah.
they then turned against her and made her name bad in.
and then they try to ruin the career. So I'm just saying that they like being in the limelight, which is why I say America likes to be. It's like they like being in the limelight, and they'll do it at all costs. And remember, their limelight is their business.
Yeah.
So they will do anything
To
for their
protect
business.
it.
I just wish that they would treat every other partner that comes into the family the same way that they've treated Scott. Scott
Yeah.
has had
Oh, give Scott a timer.
Scott has had how many different incidences, and even when he's just completely like off the rails, there's
On
always
the
this
show.
grace.
Here's the difference.
There's so much
Here's
grace
the
for
difference.
Scott. Why is
He
there
comes
not grace
back
for
with
the
a tail
others?
in between
Yes.
his legs and says, How can I?
And they
Please,
do
can
paint
I?"
him.
He does
Yeah.
that.
They do paint him as this no good, can't really, why didn't why didn't the marriage stick? Like it was like a marriage of convenience. Sorry guys, I watched the movie and that was the key thing, but
Marriage now. Who are we speaking about now?
I'm just talking about Scott and Courtney.
They
So it
weren't
was like
married.
marriage of convenience,
Oh,
so not an
convenience.
actual
Their partnership.
I thought you
Yeah.
said like he used the marriage for
No.
convenience.
because like a marriage of convenience in terms of he gets to live this life also because he was
And he
into
gets
the
paid per
perks.
season, per show.
Yeah, so he was in so why am I gonna leave? stay right here and I'll just cause all my trouble. Free booze, free this. I'm out here and my kids are here too. No one's sending me away. What for me was very disturbing was that they did paint Kanye in a crappy way. And when Kanye left and Kanye wasn't allowed to do this, he wasn't allowed to come to the party, whatnot. But when Kim was in trouble, that man...
She phoned him immediately.
She found him immediately crying and all emotional and I don't know, my kids. You know, and what did he do?
He got it deleted off the internet.
He drove and then and it was such a big thing. I shame they did mention this. He flew coach. Guys, it's normal to fly
Did they
coach.
say that?
He flew
More of a
coach.
savior. It was an inconvenience.
It was an
for him.
inconvenience, you know. And he came in, but you can still genuinely see the love that he has, and for his kids, and that he wants to be present, and for her. But he's just not fitting into.
Yes,
the
my thing also
crappiness
in
that I
terms
know.
of there was that whole thing on social media as well where Blac Chyna also went to social media about the what do you call the funds for your kids?
Yeah,
You-
papgeld.
Yeah, the papageld, whatever the word is, huh? Sasa.
That's for the old people. I hope it's an alimony. I shame. Just go
But-
on.
Yeah, so there was the whole thing, and then Rob replied
Support.
asking, I pay my child school fees. Why must I still give? And he puts the amount the school fees
Oh, and he
is.
says that the child is with him like 5 days a
5
week.
days a week. Why must he pay school fees? Kind of a thing. But I think that's pushing it a bit because the Rob and having that child 5 days a week.
You never know.
But then Tiger also, but then Tiger also went to say, I pay this much for my school fees. Why must I pay anything more? And here's the mistake men make when they think they're paying. You guys aren't mothers at the moment, but how hard is marriage and living with your partner already? Imagine looking after this child day and night when it comes. You don't sleep when you want to sleep.
And feed the
You
child.
don't anything of those things. As much as when you are divorced, there's people that advocate, no, for what must you, so that she can go buy a shoe or what? Why can't she go buy a shoe? She is looking after your child. Your responsibility is not just pay the school fees and I'm free kind of a thing. I understand to some extent there's people that take it overboard. But I mean, if you
Be
guys
fair.
are such rich people and you can say how much your child's school fees is, why does it bother you if she is buying? Look, you even ruining her career. How is she supposed to make money? Because of you, she's losing jobs. We can go back to the Johnny Depp thing in terms of,
Defamation. And,
do you get what I'm trying to say? How he lost every single job.
But that's what she was suing them for defamation, because she feels like that has interfered with like her future, and she had the whole contract and everything signed, and now it's just terminated. Like they already shot two episodes into the second season, and now it's just not flighting. Now it's just not happening anymore. The other thing is that having a child, really, it's not just school fees. That child needs to be fetched, that child needs to be dropped, that child needs to stay in a house, that child needs to eat, that child needs to be clothed. There's a medical bill, doctors and stuff like that, you know. So if it's that easy, let's reverse the roles. I'll pay the school fees. You take the child, because now there's nannies. Because remember, I need to
I
work
don't
as
have
well.
the nanny money like you. She
So,
doesn't
you know,
have that money.
So what I'm saying is, then you know what? You take the child, and I'll do the 5 days a week like you do say, and then you pay the school fees. I'll pay the school fees, and you do the rest. Let's see how balanced the scales then are.
It's just, I feel like it is, people take away from the fact that how much work being a mother
Goes into
actually is. It's emotionally draining and it's physically draining, and unfortunately you can't put a price to that.
Yeah, I just wish that as a family they would understand the effect that these things have on all of their children. You
Yeah.
know,
I'm just gonna-
every partner that you take that you put a target on their back, whoever it is the children who get affected at the end of the
And
day.
with me reading this last comment before we close, because we are closing now, I would just like to thank Lee, the producer, for not shouting us today. Thank you, Lee, because we get shouted every week for going over time. But we are so appreciative that you're enjoying today's show so much that you're not. So Cindy Swart says, but guys, their family dynamic and family pressure and protection is not unique. It's just their reach that is unique, and the fact that they choose to air their dirty laundry. Also, they billionaires in dollars. But what I'm
I
saying,
think they are unique, though. Go ahead.
so she's basically just saying her side of think about the family's dynamic
Dynamics.
and all those kind of things.
People
which-
do go through these things. It's just that it's not aired.
Yeah, but
isn't that what
remember-
you're saying?
Are we all
Yeah,
that
but-
toxic though? I'm just asking.
But not only that, guys, would you really watch the Kardashians if they were sitting on the couch watching TV? The stuff is scripted.
That's true. That's very true.
I watch for the
But
makeup.
anyway, you watch for the makeup. I don't watch. I'm there for the news. But I used to be a fan, shame. But I'm a fan in terms of business, especially Kylie's business, because as much as she's a Jenner and she does have the background of the Kardashians, she really tried to make her own name without using her sister's piggybacks, if that makes sense, kind of a thing. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us today. Do you guys want to say anything before you leave? You literally have 2 seconds each, please. Yeah,
No,
someone go. You said,
No, I don't have anything to add today.
you don't. Okay.
Not today.
I've
Not
said my
today.
seds.
You said
Yeah,
your
we
sets,
said our
Jess?
seds.
I just want to wish you guys a beautiful Mother's Day in
you.
advance for
Yes, it's
Sunday.
Yo.
I feel like this Mother's Day snuck up on everyone because usually it's
Yeah.
like the 11th or the
Okay.
14th, so it was like, whoa, the 8th. Okay, but happy Mother's Day.
Thank you so
and
much.
yeah, a happy future Mother's Day. I don't know.
I have a dog. I am a mom.
You were mother.
We'll give you that
Good
one.
one.
We'll give you that one.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And you can see why we love our first Fridays. If it was your first time viewing one of the Gabfests where we have it like this, it's every first Friday of the month with our beautiful co-host Jess. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us. See you guys next week. Bye.